Obviously, well, I was doing meeting with among the college people, but I never really was like thinking I would be as big as I am now. But when this summer hit, when I finished college, I end up now going around Pitbull and like going by Hot 97, and I used to go and watch Pitbull and Chemical do the thing. And then now at the time now what happened is Hyper was doing his thing too after the man shift, right? And it had a guy who used to work with him, which is Kofi. So Kofi now end up go
Pick up Kofi.
Kofi end up go England. So it was Hyper alone juggling.
I remember Hyperactive Sound used to
Right.
be DJ
So-
Kofi and Hyper was the mic man.
Right.
Kofi was the DJ.
So after Chemical X and them and Pitbull them done the shift now, Hyper used to come in alone. So what happened, I just wanted to reach my level. So I used to stay and watch and thing, and that's where Hyper end up pull me in and say, well, we go teach you the scene, and he end up training me basically. And a lot of years on 97 I was just training and learning music, and you know what I mean?
So how long did you spend at Hot 97?
Close to 6 years.
Close to 6 years in Hot
Yeah,
97.
more than 6 years. About
All right, how would you describe that experience?
Well, you could look at it from a bad standpoint, you could look at it from a good standpoint. For me, it's good and bad, as in the experiences alone for be a DJ. You get time for practice to learn your skills, hone your skills, because remember now a lot of people ain't get equipment for practice home. You understand? So I used to go radio station every day and hone my craft. You understand? So basically now when COVID hit and the radio station situation happened, I was able to now translate my talent elsewhere. You understand?
Okay. So let's see. So at 17, what year was that?
2014, 15, 14. When
All right.
14, I finished college.
So we are 2014, 2015, 2016, 17, 18, 19. 6 years. The 6 years you spent at Hot 97 and then COVID.
COVID.
What happened there?
Well, I don't know. Well, plenty of people probably know the story by now, but what happened is I used to work there. I used to work with Hyper after those years training. And we was going good. We was the top song in the place at the time. A lot of people could attest to that. Hyper bossed me too. By we just call it the Arthur Guinness Tuata. When they had the Guinness, the Guinness thing. So
I'm
Hyper
trying to
is-
remember the name, but the two artists.
yeah, in car park, the Hyper was who bring me out and boss me. And it was me, I DJ and Hyper go out and do it thing. And you know what I mean? And from there is when I go up on the radio and whatever. So when COVID hit, and the boss man down, they now say, well,
Hold on, Let me stop you there. Because I remember it used to be DJ Beds. Then it was Hyperactive Songs. When it was Hyper 4000, DJ Beds, and DJ Swagger. When did Swagger join you in that story?
well, Swagger joined when after the whole breakup of 97, if I could recall.
Oh, okay.
And then when we go on-
I interrupted you then.
Yeah.
Continue with the timeline.
So after when the boss man from down so decided to, COVID was happening. We all know what is COVID by now and what the result of COVID. So COVID just basically shut down the place and give us a long vacation. And the man, so if you know how the radio industry works at the time, our radio is fueled by a lot of ads and promotions and corporate entities trying to promote stuff on a radio station, and a radio station have like their rates and stuff. So COVID make that slow down. So obviously I'm thinking, well, the man can cut cut we pay. Well, I don't think we're going to get a cut pay personally, because the man there, I feel the man rich. That you wanna say so what? It was me. Yeah, dog. I feel the man just could have just pay with normal, but the man just decide he want to cut we pay by 60%. So me personally, as a human being, bro, I rent in my place. You understand? If you cut my pay 60%, I can't rent, I can't eat. What you want me to do? And nothing in Guyana, no events because of COVID. So that stress there and all, and there was no resolve. Nobody want to come to a common ground. So we just walk out and just leave that day. And I was out of a job for a couple months. I decided to go look for a job. I ended up back on brewery, by brewery. And then I ended up was working brewery and boom for like a year. And then, well, at that time, Swagger now, when Swagger did leave at 97 too, Swagger, like they approached Swagger for like a permanent job with them. But at the time now I was so indecisive about music and radio now, I was kind of leaving that out. So then is when Hyper called me and said, yo, come up on the weekends with me and thing. It was me and I went and do a little three days Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But then after a while, I get fed up with that. And then I just done with the radio thing in St. Vincent. And then different avenues open.
All right. So before we go into the different avenues, just for context, for those viewing, in St. Vincent there are two types of radio: community radio station, urban radio stations. So the urban radio stations, as it's correctly said, they're basically promoting the culture. They're promoting the music, what it is that people into. You hear it on the talk shows. You hear it in the DJ's selection of the music, everything, and it is run by ads. Ads fuel all media entities, except now with each other, the new media. You have monetizing for views and streaming and these things, but before it used to be only ads. Now it's ads and the monetization. So it is very important that when COVID happened and the ads started slowing down, it would become difficult for any business to be able to pay their employees. But you're saying that you believe that the owner of the station was in the position to get through COVID at the time, because this was the first couple months, right?
Yeah.
What, like 3-4 months?
Yeah, man, we was we was going normal. Is 2020, like the March of 2020 is when everything just boiled down and but we was getting paid normal. And I feel like over the years, the loyalty we had for 97 and thing, like we doing events with them and that could have helped
You know, I'm curious about something.
quash the pressure, man. You know
I
what mean?
remember during
Because-
the H2O cheaper water situation, there were actually DJs being barred from playing other events. Were you a part of that?
Well, at the time, no, I wasn't really getting check for bookings. It's more hyperactive. So if another side wanted hyper to come there, it would have been a problem with Luke. I feel sometimes, you understand, because Luke feel like certain man exclusive now.
Who's Luke?
Luke is the owner at 97.
Okay,
Luke boy.
Okay. I'm saying the mic, Luke boy. But well, it sounds like you had a very rough experience with radio, and with everything to have the ups and the downs.
Yeah.
Because I know you enjoyed the 6 years.
Yeah, correct.
You must
And
have enjoyed it.
correct. Obviously, you're in the limelight too. People seeing you. I know I get a lot of recognition and following from being on the radio too, and I get to travel, go different parts of SVG from being a radio DJ or popularity, as they would say. But so yeah, it's not a case where, per se, when we've been on the radio, we've been real bad. We've been always going everywhere and mashing up the place. It's not where we needed radio. Radio needed us too. You understand? So it was a more co-op thing too, now, man. So it's like if you appreciated us doing what we just do for your radio station, what we just do in the streets. You know what I mean? You just deal with we level, but that didn't happen, and then we just part ways. Other people had issues to it, Luke and this and that. But for me personally, really and truly, it boiled down to just ain't give me enough money that. Yeah, because I had rent to pay, I have food to buy. You understand? So life get real. Obviously, if life get real and you ain't supporting me and I supporting your business, all them years.